Everybody's jumping, jumping, dance floor. Everybody's jumping, jumping. Oh, everybody's jumping, jumping. Yeah. Jumping, jumping. Oh. Honeys be moving their bodies, they be moving their hips so fluidly. Bass be bumping, so we be jumping. Welcome to the party, yeah. We got food if you're hungry. If you want it, in the back if you're thirsty. And every bad at the party, yeah. We vibing and grinding one night. And I think that we did it this time. Got guys in the corner, they are. Shawty done had a last for the night. Little mama came up and caught me by surprise. You know that your boy had to shoot a shot. Now we face to face, both our eyes locked. I came up for it and said, hey there, little mama, if you need a dance partner, I'm more than happy to help you. Come here. I turned her around, her body on mine, she slid in my hand. On her, she holding on tight.
2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking. Barnes especially took a leap. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Hits it from three-point range.
3 points.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Screen by Pirtle. Here's Barrett. Some solid defense from Brown.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Pass to Ingram. Three-pointer. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Pass to Pirtle, and yes, it's good.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. And that's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
All right, David, thanks.
Assist goes to.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch him out.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
The textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Now here's Barnes. Here's Pirtle. Nice D from Porzingis. Back to Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Here's Barnes. Ingram outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Barrett. It's stolen by Brown. Here's White. Right side Holiday. The 3. White, good. White's got 5 points so far.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
On the wing, Holiday. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And we'll get
22. The Raptors, 17.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Back to Horford. Toronto grabs the miss. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
To the middle. Here's Pirtle. Goes back up. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Back to Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. And finished off by Boucher.
Assisted.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Outside, Barrett. Back to Barnes. The rebound by Holiday.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Celtics have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions, makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Craig. Brown outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Brown's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston. To the paint. Here's Boucher. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Celtics leading by 7. Brown outside. And finished off by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Down low. Barrett. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Barrett's got 5.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Rebound by the Raptors. Pass to Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Celtic lead.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
There's Tatum. And it's Boston with another.
Using his teammates, Tatum creates just enough daylight to get off a shot.
And that one's good quickly. He has 5. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he converts the layup.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Pass to Boucher. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Raptors trailed by 7. Here's Boucher. Buries it down low. Boucher's got 6 in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boston leading by 5. Holiday up top. Here's Tatum. Comes up empty down low. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Pass to Mobo. Here's Battle. Fires the three. Mobo can't hit. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Tatum a screen. To the inside. Inside, Tatum!
The pick and roll disrupts the defense and gets Tatum loose there to get that one off.
Here's Shed. Nothing on the board. Mobo. Offensive rebound. Battle misses. Boston leading by 5. Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score.
Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
They set the screen. Mobo.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. The kick out to Holiday. Celtics passing it around. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
The Celtics shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Mobo gets the basket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Raptors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
The kick out to Tatum. Porzingis inside.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Over to the left wing. Here's Battle. There's 1:17 left here in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires, high post. Dick, that's good.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching it. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Celtics with possession here. Pass to Hauser. Cornette can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Shed. Bangs home the trifecta. Shed's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one counts. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Right wing. Here's Boucher. Misses the 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Raptors trail by 8.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Pulls it up. Pass to Mobo. Here's Battle. Fires from deep. Here's Dick. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's seat, up 8 points.
The Raptors, 48.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Now, here's Quickly. Pass to Dick. And here's Boucher. Stolen by Tatum. Brown outside. Here he goes. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, that's excellent initiative by Brown. Seeing a lane open up and attacking.
Quickly looking it over. They set the pick. Pass to Mobo. Here's Battle. Shot clock at 5. Toronto working the ball around now. Mobo can't hit. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Here's Tatum into the lane. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Battle. Here's Mobo. Boucher's shot is off. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Holiday gets the bucket.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Pass to Dick. Here's Battle. Now Dick. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Boston ball.
Celtics leading by 12. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. The rebound by Battle. There's the triple. Hands it from downtown. Battle's got it back down to single digits for Toronto.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Brown, good. Dan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Master quickly. Outside, Barrett. They get a hand on it. Tatum with it. Picked up by Barrett. From deep three-point land, Barnes grabs the miss. Raptors trailed by 11. Ingram with it. The three buries the long-range jumper.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
Driving in. Pritchard gets the bucket. 1:06 left here in the fourth quarter.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Fires the three. Buries it from three-point range. And now an 11-point Boston lead.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Celtics.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jrue Holiday.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Nobody near Barnes. They get it back. Here's the three, and it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Substitution on the court. R.J. Barrett. Assisted, Emmanuel Quickly.
So we see Boston get the win here, even early.
Couldn't just sit and watch our family struggle. See me outside, they know that I'm